I want to make sure I give TGGW a good, fair shake for playing it. And I'll note that basically between this recording and the last one, there's actually a manual here. I completely sort of missed that. There's also a reference over here as well, so go through this basically so get some information. So if I want to go down to say reputation here, so player only modifies your reputation with the Healers Guild. Reputation points are used to use sensors. So basically if you waste a while play reputation, don't drink stuff, don't kill things they're unconscious, stuff like that. Very simple. All right, so I'll note that the mail also gave me some some interesting ideas basically as well. So apparently you can sort of full screen the game by changing its checks and stuff like that. So FAQ displays Garble. If I try to maximize as the thing here, you basically click on the properties. This isn't freaking ask questions by the way. You basically go to the layout tab and do stuff like this to modify it. So I can go in here. Apparently I'm supposed to see a properties tab here you can go to. So basically go in here to change stuff. So mouse click on the top left area of the console window when you open TGGW. Then click on properties and go to the layout tab. Uncheck the box wrap text output on resize. So maybe that might be it right there. I'll note this might be out of date this game as well, so there's that to keep in mind, but whatever. Font. Oh, you can change the font here as you want as well, so that's something as well. Oh, layout. Here we go. Layout. So wrap text on resize. Let's get rid of this. Now you can resize for maximize without problems. Note that the game window size is fixed, and all you can do is change the font size below. So that's right there. So I can go in here, or I should be able to go in here. So that's basically change right there. Now I can change the font size. Let's say 24. So now that's basically getting a little bit bigger here. I can actually sort of play with it a little bit. So 28. That makes it too big because I need to scroll. So that's no good. Let's go back to 24. Let's just try this. 26. Okay, so there is a little bit of give here. Okay, that seems to be how as big as I basically make this without it having issues. I guess I'll still have issues, so alright, I guess we have to basically put this to 24. There was a border down here, wasn't there? I don't know why it went away, but whatever. Alright, so basically in properties you can sort of modify this to sort of be different. So modify it to be different fonts and stuff like that. Try and make it a little bit more appealing for you guys to look at. I wonder if I can get rid of the stupid blue color. Well, we'll see about that in the game itself. Let's just start our run here. We'll see how far I basically can get. So let's start a new game. So that one's dead. So Underground 4. This game was not shut down correctly. To quit a game, either select save quit and quit or quit and abandon. If the game was shut down due to game crash, blah blah. Do you want to cover this game? No. We're just going to press but you have to press capitalize in there, so. Okay, we have to recover it first and then have to quit. So Z, save and quit, or quit and abandon. Okay, I got rid of the old game there. So I know basically it's possible to sort of save your like your characters and stuff like that, but whatever. We don't really care about doing that. Like, having more files and stuff. Alright, we got red luminescent fungus this time. We got mysterious vein already. There's a stairs to the surface, wooden door, mossy wall, dirt floor. Before I actually continue going further, by the way, at this point, I should probably go to like the story, because there's actually a story for this game. So, story. You walk around in the wilderness for no particular reason whatsoever, when suddenly the ground gives way and you fall down in a dungeon-like structure. Being an experienced adventurer, you figure that probably if you go to the bottom of the dungeon, you'll find some ancient artifact or similar that somehow magically will help you get back to the ground so you can continue your aimless wander in the wilderness. Without any better plan, you get to work. Now, if that story doesn't make sense, doesn't make it for you, feel free to invent your own. So yeah, I'll note that there's basically like not much of a story here, and if you go to like the free ask questions, you can actually see like basically like he's not really caring about the story; it's like more about the gameplay. So blah blah. Where is it? Where is it talk about the story? Why the silly story? The main point of story of the game is to simply draw attention away from it. Well, unfortunately, I think that draws more attention to it, but whatever. So, TGGW is all about the gameplay. Just like Chess or Poker doesn't have any proper story motivation, I often think that most relays also need one. Well, that's fine. So, basically, there's like, they're just basically read the story, so just so you know what's basically going on there. Alright, so, let's get to this. By the way, before I forget, I will note that the reason you can't use diagonal movements is because it's like, a developer that basically, like, sort of opted to sort of make this game for like laptop players. And you want to make it like easy for like, non-really players to get into without like using diagonal movements and stuff like that. So there's that as well. Alright, so let's just get this back into like, gear, and we'll do a little more playing here as well. And I'll note by the way as well, there's also like, troopers and stuff like that. I'm not really going to explain them, but you can basically go into the manual to basically like, learn what they're all about. So basically it's like, max XP, max MP, melee, vision, noise. Basically all like, corresponds to like your like, hit points, magic points, chance to hit stuff in melee, ability to see around you, noise basically like, enemies will basically hear you from, stuff like that. Okay, let's get to it then, shall we? So let's go down here a little bit. So I can activate the fungus if I want to, but we're not going to do that. Oh, by the way, note I can actually see the rats over there, and they got like a Z symbol on them. That basically means that they're like, asleep right now. So these rats basically are currently deeply asleep. They hears you from 5. So if I guess you get within 5 squares, they'll be able to hear me. But right now they can't hear me, so, they're not awake. They can't do anything. And by the way, enemies that can't hear you will always path towards you, regardless of the fact that, like, they can't see you. They can still hear you, right? So that's the thing. There's another mysterious vein in here. There's a wand. Let's just bring us up here a little bit. So, we're in Underground 1. We can see this stuff. Okay, we picked up the wand here. And press C to go magic wand there. So, can I cast unidentified? So you can't cast, like, wands that are, like, unidentified. So, let's identify it. Contaminate. Spreads a horrible disease in the victim from within. The victim does not recover HP after resting. It won't stack with other similar items. So I'll note this idea for Contaminate here. I'll note that in this game, you can't actually regenerate like your HP, but Contaminate will basically make it so like, if you like rest, you don't gain like your MP, like, your HP back like, after resting. And I think this is the same for monsters as well, by the way. Note that basically when you rest, like, you gain back all your HP, but so do the enemies. And if you basically use this on an enemy, they won't be able to, like, gain back their HP. So that's what it basically does for you. So that's basically what that, like, weapon's all about. Now, I'm not really sure, by the way, but apparently you can close doors somehow. Oh, by the way, you can also, like, press X on these guys to sort of, like, get more information about him. So PRM basically means permanent. So it can't use doors. Permanent, it's a deep sleeper. CTX in light. So basically it's currently in the light. Those are his abilities right there. He's got a melee ability called Bite. He's got reach of 1 square. There's like max HP, melee, vision, noise. So basically that's what, like, you know, since C, what its noise is like. And a message below. A really large rat with sharp teeth. You never thought a rat could harm you, but this one can. It is an omnivore and will calm down if fed food. It may drop an item. It is a vermin and is often found in containers searching for food. So basically there's like information about the rat here. If I kill it, I might find like, you know, an item from it. I'll probably try and kill stuff this time around. Not worry about my reputation so much. Here's a white worm. It uses nibble. So let's look at the white worm. So white worm's got 1 HP. So a small white worm is a vermin and is often found in containers searching for food. So it's got nibble, melee. Basically it'll increase my fatigue. So basically what this guy's gonna do is like he's gonna try and like fatigue me to death. He's also frail. He can't push door. No, he can't use doors. Can't push others. Stuff like that. So all the stuff basically he's like got right there. So let's just, you know, hit it. Now note by the way of like frail creatures, if you knock him out, they're like, you know, instantly killed. So he's killed. He's frail, right? So that's all that happens to him. He dies. There's an item right there. Piece of bread. Let's just like, you know, pick that bread up. There's some knitting mittens. Let's put those on, probably. So, probably can press like, you know, X on these things is like see stats. So basically there's the stats that basically resist cold. So basically like these like, you know, let me resist cold if I put them on. I mean, that's not terrible, but you know, I don't really worry about cold, I don't think, right now, so whatever. Now, I would like to figure out how to sort of close a door, by the way. It says like you can close doors, but you know, I don't know how really is a thing. Right, right next to the door, right? But you know, what to do with like this like sort of thing. So open door. Yes, I'm on open door. Now, note by the way, like with this game, by the way, I'm not really worried about like food running out because there is no like, you know, no like ticking down like hunger clock. Basically, your food indicates like, you know, how many times you can basically rest, which is nice. So it basically sort of helps out with like, you know, that sort of like hunger clock sort of issue thing, which is a really nice thing if it's sort of like, you know, having a game, but whatever. Um, so yeah, closing doors. Is there any way basically to like, you know, sort of teach me this? Like it says you can close doors, this like game, but you know, yeah, doors. You can close doors by walking into a wall adjacent to a door. This works as long as you are not staying in the door opening. Oh, so in order to close this door, I have to go like this. There we go. So I close the door. That seems like a really awkward way of basically doing it, but it works. So close the door. Okay, we've got some giant moths here. So let's just read about these guys here. These guys have a max HP of 2. They got melee 70%. Vision of 5. Noise 2. They have resist poison. Permanent negative 50%. They're fast. They have reach of 1 square. They fly, naturally used. They can target itself. So that's like their ability. And they bite me. So it truly looks terrifying, but it looks frail. And cannot do too much to you. It is an omnivore and will calm down if fed food. So interesting, can feed things food, but whatever. Let's let it get close to me. Let's like start pounding them to death. So one is unconscious. I don't think they can get through these guys. That's good to know. Alright, so I can execute if I want to. Yeah, break the Hero Guild's rules? Yes. The spies of the Hero's Guild are watching, so basically, like, reputation goes down, as you can see by, like, killing stuff like that, so you have to watch out for that. So, note by the way, sensors are like a thing that, are sort of enabled when you basically have, like, sensors are a thing in this game you can basically sort of use if you basically have good reputation, but you don't really have it, so whatever. So I damage this guy, and then we're just gonna, try and attack him again. He's unconscious. So we can execute this guy. Alright, so giant buff dies, so lose my reputation. I get bitten again. So, kablam. Yes. Alright, so it's unconscious, 1 HP. I swap places, we're just gonna kill it. Because I'm, being mean to, like, run around. Rod, I am in 1 in here. So, Rod, we'll pick it up. You dispose of a useless broken wand, so I guess these are, like, broken. Filthy rags, so you dispose of a useless rusty iron bar. So these are, like, all useless things in here. There's an egg right there. Pick up the egg. Place an egg in a backpack. Buy hand some rocks here, apparently. You rummage through the rocks. These rocks are too small to be useful. Okay, so here's what we basically found so far. We got some rocks. Rocks basically are weapons that you can actually use, by the way. So you can equip them to, like, throw things. So there we go. We got ammo rocks. And rocks can be thrown at stuff. So they do damage of 1, they have range of 3, missiles 3%. So you don't need any, like, sling to basically use these. A set of rocks can be used to throw at monsters. They work even better with a sling. They can be upgraded if you want, but whatever. There's a white worm. So can I throw stuff at this guy? Yes, shoot. Blam! So I shot the white worm, or try to shoot it, and it's killed. Not sure if I basically kills it when you throw the rocks like that, but whatever. I don't seem to have one back, so whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't really call this basically a really good entry roll for people, just for a simple reason that they might miss a lot of stuff, but it is a fairly competent throwback basically to olden roguelikes and stuff. It has some interesting ideas to it. Alright, animated hand. It sounds like it's undead. And yes, there is undead in this game. So, a small animated hand which is trying to strangle you. This is a non-living monster, is unaffected by coats and surprise damage, and cannot be detected with infravision. It is wanted by the Healers Guild, and will grant 1 in reputation when killed. So note that there is some stuff that if you kill it, it basically grants you reputation, because they don't like the undead, I guess. So yeah. Immune to confusion, immune to disease, never sleeps, it's frail, and it's fast. So this is going to catch up to me pretty fast. By the way, if you jump into a wall, it'll basically try to close the door, or it'll let time pass as well. Now strangle, basically reach 1. So this does damage to me. So okay, it's destroyed. So I got some reputation for killing that. I sort of feel at the Healers Guild that they should not really care if you kill something insignificant, leave that maybe the humanoids, but not really stupid animals and stuff like that. But whatever. That's just how the developers made their game. They're still sleeping. Let's kill the white worm. It's frail. It's now dead. Okay, so the rat woke up. At least one rat woke up. Alright, let's execute it. So we killed off the rat. It's got a rat tail. Okay, there we go. We got the rat. Didn't drop anything. Okay, there's an ice block here. So you need a torch or a strong weapon to smash it. That's on my note. There's a blank paper here. Dig through the trash. Copper coins. So that's basically just like, you know, stuff you can pick up. Piece of bread. So there's an egg, by the way. So not very good raw. It can be cooked in a fire. It can be upgraded by specialist. Rat tails. It looks disgusting. It can be upgraded by a specialist. So basically these are consumables. They're dropped. They get a temporary resist acid effect when you basically like consume these. That's good to know. Increase our food. These increase my food and my energy. Okay, so I guess we're basically done with the first level here. So let's push on. Activate the level. Go down. Note there's probably an animal on the other side of this door. And note that animals can't open doors, so it's basically stuck there until, like, you know, I open the door myself. Yeah, stuff can hear you, but they can't actually get to you, so... Wild dog. If I want to, I actually close the door here, and then, like, you know, the dog can't do anything, right? Oh, a guard dog. This looks a little bit more threatening, so... A vicious dog that seems to have been battle-trained by goblins. You bet its name is Fang, or something silly like that. It wears a vicious-looking spike collar. It is a carnivore and will calm down if fed meat. It may drop an item. Alright, so you can basically beat this guy up. It's got bark, natural use, target monsters, basically like, you know, gives him a temporary melee increase, or it can basically bite me, so... Alright, so I'll note that I can, this guy's blue, so it's really hard to basically see him. Let's see if I can actually adjust the blue color a little bit. Okay, so that's not what I want to see change. I want to change the font, not the background. So screen text. Basically, that's like the text right there for blue. So let's do anything. I think it makes it more blue. That's all it does. What I would really like is basically to change the font color to something like, you know, a little more seeable, because blue is really hard to see on like a, you know, a black screen like this, unfortunately. Do. Use separate foreground for stuff, use separate background. Like, let's see if this basically helps a little bit. So No, that's basically changes that down there. That's no good. 12. Again, I didn't do anything there. Well, there's basically issues with being in console. You can't really adjust it, or maybe I just don't know how to adjust it that easily, so there's something to note, but whatever. Am I still being picked up on voice? Just so I am, so I'm just going to quickly turn off the headset and turn it back on just to make sure you guys keep hearing me. I never know when my headset's going to turn off, so it's going to quickly turn on and turn off like that. Let's attack this guy. So, this guy uses bark. You attack the guard dog, it's damaged, non-lethal. Damage is not hurt, 1 armor. Note, by the way, like if you basically hit these guys that are like, unarmored, when you hit these guys unarmored, if they basically have armor, then like, it doesn't really matter with like unarmed because basically you can still beat the crap out of them and like, still knock them out that way. So it sees and hears me, by the way, this guy, so we're just going to keep beating him up until he goes down. So you're damaged 1 HP. It hit me a little bit, but that's fine. Trying to get away? No. Alright, so the guard dog was damaged. 1 HP. 1 HP. So it's fleeing. I guess the bark bow is just something they can use, but they can't like use it all the time, so that's something to keep in mind, but whatever. See, I know this guy, he won't regenerate like, HP until like, he basically like, I rest or something like that. So if I always want to make sure this guy can't regenerate his like, HP, the simple thing I basically do is contaminate him, so basically there. Hit it with like, contaminates, basically he's gonna like, be unable to regenerate if I basically rest. Like right now this guy's contaminated, right? So if I look at him, there should be like maybe a modifier somewhere to say like he's being like, contaminated, maybe somewhere. Yeah, temporary disease. So he's diseased here a little bit, so he can't do anything for a little bit. By the way, these statues are apparently in here. There's a large brazier. Firefly over there, by the way. A really small flying creature is very hot. It is vermin and is often found in containers searching for food. It's got burn, reach 1 square. So basically, like, insert fire on me. Fly, natural, so you can see it's flying. It's only got 2 HP, it's asleep, so it's fine. If it is fire, but it's not resistant to cold or poison. Oh, I think the guard dog just woke up people. That's another guard dog right there, by the way. Okay, caught up, so let's have to beat this guy up. Okay, took an opportunity attack on him. He's running away. And we're just going to contaminate him. And close the door. Alright, I'm not really looking too great for, like, my HP here, so this is probably a really good time to maybe, like, rest up. My EP can't really be used for anything else, I don't think, so... I think let's rest up. Oh, warnings. Your 2 pieces of bread may go bad, your egg may go bad. So these are all like problems you have to watch out for when you basically, like, rest up, I guess. There's like chances of like your food going bad. Now here's something to note, by the way, about this game, just so you know. If you basically have like, food of like 5, then like, your food of 5 basically will like, be like the max basically you can get. Well, I'll rest anyways, just because I'll probably save it, so that's fine. So, yes. So there we go. Basically, got, like, full HP back there. Got full energy. A piece of bread is still, like, perfectly good. How's, like, a bread goes bad, by the way? Does it, like, get moldy? Oh, the firefly woke up. The potion heroes pick it up. The firefly green flying, apparently. Something uses a blowpipe. Surprise. Oh, I gained poison, so that's not great. The fire was killed. Assassin. So we got ourselves an assassin right there. So let's just see what this guy's about. He is a contracted by Healer's Guild to assassinate you with a very sharp dagger. For some reason, their rules do not seem to apply to him. Okay, so basically, if you let your reputation get lowered to too much, then the healer's basically send guys to kill you. That's good to know. So it's melee attribute, it's modified by Thievery, its missile attribute is modified by Thievery. So here's an assassin basically. This guy basically has HAP. He tries to assassinate me from a distance with, like, a blowpipe. He's got ammo free, which basically poisons me. He's got a dagger, which causes me bleeding if I basically attack him. So I'm probably very dead here because, like, this guy's just gonna, like, kill me. But at least we learn, like, what's bad about, like, letting your reputation get too low. What does that basically do for me? I'm fatally poisoned, by the way, so I'm going to die from just the poison alone, but whatever. So yeah, I'm bleeding, and then we're dead. You die. Alright, well, that's basically another, like, run, basically, of, like, the ground gives way. We basically learn, like, why, like, reputation is basically important. Did a little bit more, like, learning basically of the game here. So let's just go quit and abandon. So yeah, I don't want to kill stuff, apparently, and on top of that, basically, if I do kill stuff, then, like, it's only useful if, like, the healers say it's okay. Because, like, if they don't, then they're going to kill you. I'm not really sure what to say about, like, the assassin idea. I mean, this is a game that's basically depicted as being very hard. So this is definitely not a game I would consider being, like, entry level, but whatever. That's basically good for, like, right now. I'll upload this one and basically go into, like, another run, I think. But for now, take care.